From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSNSports.net, the Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley sports. For John Moreno, this is Vic Carrillo along with Butch Morales here at Cal Jones Field of Bulldog Media as the Centro Spartans hosting the Ramona Bulldogs here in a rematch from the last two seasons, and call it a redemption game for the Spartans as they're looking to log their third game of the season with another win as they come into tonight's game undefeated 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our color analyst, Tony Butch Morales, along with the play-by-play master supreme, the voice of choice, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Vic, thanks a lot for that introduction. We're here at Sparta, the Cal Jones Field, home of the IVL champs, the Central Spartans. Last year, the Spartans traveled to Ramona, and that was a tough loss on the Spartans' part. But tonight, I think the Spartans have an edge. I think with all this fanfare that we have here, all the sea of blue, we're going to see something different this year. Central comes off a couple of wins, a tough win last week against Palm Desert. We was at the Desert Empire, which is a new league up there. They've got Desert Valley, Desert Empire, and Palm Desert is part of the Desert Empire with a -14 rating. And the week before, it was Harupa Hills out of the Sunkist League, had a much higher rating than Palm Desert. However, Ramona coming off a big win last week against Rancho Buena Vista, with a victory of 41-9, and Steel Canyon, their first week was their loss, 51-41, a high-scoring game. Ramona can score. They've got the tools to score, and so can Central. What do you think, Butch?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me here today. It's a great atmosphere. The great Spartan band in the background playing, and I'm looking for excitement. I'm looking for to see who controls the line of scrimmage. That's going to be key. I haven't seen Central's line of scrimmage play yet. Ramona's going to be tough. They've been putting up some points, and Central had a tough time finding rhythm last week, so they got to get back to the run using Nico Viesca, which is their main runner. He is electric. He runs hard. They put him on the what do you call it, Wildcat, and just snap it to him and run it. So I'm excited. Hopefully it'll be a really competitive ball game here tonight, starting to cool down, so let's enjoy it, everyone.
Well, John, you know, it's going to be a nice night for football as we talked about the three categories for the Wet Bulb Globe rating on the heat index, and for the desert schools here in the southeastern corner of the state in Imperial County, it was a 92 or less, but the breeze is coming in. It's cooling off considerably. It was supposed to be a high today of 116. Some people had 118. When I jumped into my truck around 1 or 2 o'clock, it was 145 in my truck. But that air conditioning kicked in, John, and before you knew it, it was a cool 65 degrees by the time I was 3 blocks away.
And that's how it's going to be for this weekend. Hopefully next week we see some cool down. But, you know, we find a way to come out here to these games every week. Come rain or shine, you know, we're here. We're bringing it live on VSN, and thank you, all of you, for tuning us in.
Well, Butch, let's talk about the quarterbacks. Last year's starter for the Ramona Bulldogs transferred to another school to focus on baseball, so they have a sophomore quarterback in Ryan Shaw. But let's talk about the Central Spartan quarterback, Jimenez.
Luis Jimenez, you know, second year at the helm. He is a good field general. He's still learning how to process the reads. Hopefully he grows this year and takes a big leap and leads this Spartan team to a victory tonight. And Rookie Peña, just talking about his stats here on the TV, we got his 8th season from Brawley Union High School. Overall record, it was 61-19. His 2024 record, so far it's been 2-0, and hopefully he'll make it 3-0 tonight. And great 8 playoff wins, so good job, Rookie Peña.
Well, what does Rookie bring to the table here at Central? The philosophy, Does the system make the quarterback or the players make the system, and his philosophy of next man up?
It starts from the freshman level, believe it or not. You know, you develop a freshman level that is consistent, strong, and build continuity there. And then the JV, anytime they need somebody. So they have a great program from the freshman level up to the varsity level. And one of the things that they've developed is a strength and conditioning program with Brian Valenzuela, who's doing an excellent job with the Spartans. So they're in the weight room on the off season, and he's got charts and following to the T. So great job.
Okay, talking about Damon Baldwin, he's been at Ramona High School for over 20 years. He's also the athletic director. He spearheaded this push to get the heat index appealed at the state level in Sacramento, saying that how can you compare the desert schools and the Inland Empire schools with the coastal schools and try to attain that. He said in Ramona, the temperature doesn't drop below 90 until maybe mid-November. And so here we are. They're here to play tonight. It's a cool night. He's had successful teams winning the CIF championship 2 years ago, defeating Centro last year in the playoffs. And he's rebuilding this year, but he has an all-senior offensive line and a majority of seniors on the defensive end. Butch, what can you tell us about Ramona?
So once again, all seniors on the offensive line, that's a maturity. That is strength. That is, you know, if they learn how to play as one, as a unit, they could be potentially good at running the ball or passing. So we'll see tonight who controls the line of scrimmage. That's going to be critical. You control it, you score, you eat time off the clock and drive the ball.
Well, when we talk about control, what about Jared Martin? TCU bound, he's a four-star prospect, and he's been around playing for Centro since his freshman year, a multi-sport talent, football, basketball, and baseball all-league, the grandson of Alvin Lefty Martin, the son of Gene Martin, and the skill set is there. He's like a thoroughbred among slug horses, so to speak. He was injured last year, only played in a handful of games, but he's healthy this year. What can we say about him besides more superlatives?
Well, I mean, we're excited to see him tonight. I want to see what he brings to the table. Last year, he was hurt, so half the season, if I recall. But this year, he's hopefully at 100%, and hopefully he excites us tonight and see some of the things that we're not used to seeing in somebody that's going to Division I. He's got to apply pressure. You talked about a sophomore quarterback earlier. So the way to beat somebody that's young and experienced, apply pressure on him.
Well, he's recorded multiple sacks in his first two games, and we're looking for him to kind of freelance on defense on both sides of the defensive line of scrimmage, and wherever his talents are suited best, that's where we'll spot him.
Well, yeah, they actually use him on the offensive side as well, and they run him routes, they throw the ball to him, so hopefully we could see that tonight.
Okay, back to you, John.
Well, you know, Vic, you talked about Jared Martin, who's going to TCU. That's outstanding. But you know what? Butch talked about the senior offensive line. That's your heart and soul of the team. If your linemen aren't the smartest guys on the team, it's going to be difficult to get those wins. So hats off to this offensive line, you know, opening up the holes and making Jimenez and Viesca right there to make those plays and get that yardage and get those points.
Well, let's talk about Jimenez and Viesca real quick. Viesca had 1,100 yards rushing last year. Jimenez threw for 1,400 yards, so they bring a lot of talent to the table. We're back to you live at Cal Jones Field here on VSN, your Valley Sports Network, and the source for Imperial Valley Sports through Bulldog Media 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Vic, well, we're getting started. It's almost kickoff, and so we're here. A lot of blue in the sea. You know, this is like Spartan blue heaven.
So, Butch, everybody's wearing blue tonight, even VSN with our blue polos. Fortunately, we're not on the camera yet, but Butch, tell us the forecast and update on tonight's ball game.
Well, I mean, I haven't really seen much of Ramona Bulldogs, but you know, we're looking to see what they bring tonight. I don't know if that was what you meant, Vic.
Well, anyway, they pound and ground. They like to establish the running game. Spartans' best players are on their defensive side of the ball. So that'll be a key matchup there. Then we have the passing combination of Jimenez passing to
Morales is one of the receivers.
Morales, Lizaola, Miguel Vega, Angel Vasquez, and Joshua Garcia.
I apologize. I thought you asked in general, Vic. So you're talking about the Spartans tonight, what they bring. They bring, from the defensive standpoint, Jared Martin. So toughness. Their linebackers, Lizaola, I want to see how he performs. He's been up at the varsity level since he was a sophomore, and hopefully he's able to control that running game of them. And on the offensive side, you got Morales. You also got Joshua Garcia, another receiver, Acosta, which are three agile kids that could also play. So looking to see what Jimenez does tonight too.
Okay, well, we got tonight's referees. The white hat is the umpire, John Seaman, along with Sean McLaughlin. The heads lineman will be Bruce Hartsock, and the line judge will be John Robb. So they're going to be going with a four-man crew tonight in lieu of five. What say you, John?
Well, I went to the AD principals meeting here at Southwest just a couple days ago, and talking to John Seaman and Alan Phillips, they're down some referees. Alan Phillips got hurt at the Palo Verde game, so he
got steamrolled, didn't he?
Yeah.
I thought it was John Seaman at the time.
And so they're going with a four-man crew just so they can get enough games on Friday night. So the captain's out there for both the Spartans and the Bulldogs.
Right, you have 22, Jared Martin, one of the captains for the Spartans. We'll get them to you right now. You have Nico Viesca, number 2. Number 3 is Alex Trejo. Number 14 is Gavin Mora. And number 5.
And for Ramona, you've got Gage Gwynn,
Ethan Gravajada, and Wyatt Davis and Ryder Tomkill. Number 1, 17, 65, and 69, respectfully.
Winning the toss is Central winning the toss. They will defer.
So, John, the colors are both red, white, and blue. The Spartans wearing all blue uniforms with white numerals, red trim, solid blue helmets with Spartans scripted on the side, and the visiting Bulldogs in all white uniforms with blue numerals and solid blue helmets with a stripe down the center.
Beat the heat with our top-of-the-line York air conditioning systems at Arctic Air Conditioning and Heating. Stay cool and comfortable all summer long with unbeatable reliability. Call Arctic Air today for a free consultation at 352-8855. By the Sewing Exchange. Need expert sewing and alterations? Visit the Sewing Exchange. Fast, reliable service for all your tailoring needs at 321 East Main in El Centro. The Sewing Exchange, where quality meets convenience. By Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Discover innovation with Sanders Architecture and Engineering. From concept to creation, we bring your vision to life with precision and passion. Trust Sanders to build the future today. Wishing all Valley teams a safe and successful season. And Esqued Realty, thinking of buying or selling a property? Trust the experts at Esqued Realty with unmatched local knowledge and offering professional and friendly service for 30 years. They'll get the top dollar for your investment or help you purchase your dream home. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. And getting set to kick off for the Spartans. And back to receive for Ramona, number 4 and number 9. I can't see those jerseys out there, but number 10 for the Spartans, that's Miguel Vega.
So number 4 for the Bulldogs from Ramona is Dominic Cromwell. And who was the other number, John?
I think it was 9.
And 9 is Dion Askew.
And it goes into the vicinity of number 4, fielding it at the 5, coming up straight. Finds a big hole to the far side and brought down from behind by number 29 for the Spartans.
Gentlemen, in order for Central to capitalize it tonight and be successful, they have to play all phases of the game, meaning offense and defense and special teams.
That was Jesus Cesena making that touchdown-saving tackle at midfield, just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. An excellent return as the starting lineup offensively for the Bulldogs will be.
Well, right now we have at center Wyatt Davis, Nick DiPietro at the offensive line, and we'll cover them after this play.
Sean out of the gun, Ryan Shaw. No, he's under center and rolling out this way, Ryan Shaw. Intercepted at the 48. Just like that, the Spartans get the ball on a turnover, number 33.
Diego Quesada making that interception as he cut in front of the intended receiver, that being James Naud. And just like that, the Spartans, with 11:44 remaining here in the first quarter, the game's just underway. The first offensive play of the Ramona Bulldogs, the pass picked off. Spartans with excellent field position at the 48-yard line of Ramona.
And here we go with the offense that Jimenez is running. Hopefully, go ahead.
First and 10. Jimenez. Left side. Number 27 gets a first down. Takes it all the way to the 35.
And number 27 is Angel Vasquez. A nice catch and run after the catch. Great job by him to get a first down.
Defensively, Ramona goes with Gage Gwynn, number 1, Matt Parker, number 2, Quentin Owens, number 3, number 9 is Dion Askew, 17, Ethan Grajada. The linebackers are 42, Wyatt Mallinson, Colt Simpson, and we'll give you the remaining defensive line after this play.
Viesca. And stopped by number 20 for the Bulldogs. That's Ty Drews.
And that was a good hard run. Their power game that they have, they just go downhill, and any crease he sees, he's going to take it.
So Ty Drews, a linebacker, a junior, wearing jersey number 20, making that tackle. The remainder of the defense on the defensive line, 54, Caleb Patterson, Xavier Muma, number 55, and Ryder Tomkill, one of the 4 captains.
2nd and 8 from the 34 for Central. Jimenez rolling. Options. A little pitch to number 5. That is Emiliano Morales, picking up 5 yards and crossing the 30.
Emiliano's been with the Spartans as a freshman, as he started as a true freshman. And just to go over the offensive personnel at center, Alexander Lopez, left tackle, Edwin Contreras, left guard, Sergio Perez, right guard, Mason Nava, and the right tackle is Andres Contreras.
10:05 to go first quarter. No score in the ball game.
So we have 2 Contreras playing on the offensive line. I wonder if they're brothers. Edwin and Andres.
A double-double formation, Jimenez. Going to give it to Viesca. And he'll cross the 25 into the 23.
And at the quarterback position, we have Luis Jimenez. Receiver position, you have Emiliano Morales, Miguel Vega, Angel Vasquez, and CJ Acosta.
So a pickup of 3 yards for the Spartans.
Number 68, Victor Estrada for the Ramona Bulldogs, making that stop. 2nd and 7.
Jimenez with a spot-on pass to number 21, CJ Acosta into the right flat.
C.J. Acosta. That's a first down for the Spartans.
And they'll move the change for Central.
He was tackled immediately by defensive back number 2, Matt Parker. So what do you think of what's the passing game like for the Central Spartans?
They're really good at getting the ball out of their hands quickly and putting the ball in the playmakers, the receivers. They're the ones that catch and run for extra yards. So that was a great pitch and catch there.
So yards after catch are very important to this offense.
Give it to Viesca, going to the right side. And taking it to the 10. Stopped by number 20 for that
Ty Drews.
Ty Drews. But
So-
not after he picks up 6, Vic.
Well, the linebacker on the outside, Wyatt Mallison, had him cornered, but a quick cutback by Viesca allowed him to elude the tackle attempt, and he was able to get a couple of positive yards until Ty Drews was able to come over from his outside linebacking position on the other side of the defense.
2nd and 4, 8:05 to go first quarter.
Wildcat, number 2, Viesca.
Viesca's a great downhill runner. He's got great vision. As soon as he knows when to hit it hard, when to be patient behind his blocks, and as soon as those holes open up, he hits it hard.
I think John was like that when he played cards. You got to know when to hold and when to fold.
Well, yeah. 6 is wild, Vic. And that's the number quarterback.
But then
7:30.
when you're shooting snooker, John, you're that smooth operator.
Okay, yeah.
How'd you do last night?
We'll talk about it later. Another Wildcat to Viesca. He finds a lot of room and takes it close to the goal line at the 1.
Did he get enough for a first down, John?
First and goal, indeed. Move those. Well, just got to move one down marker. 7:13 and counting, first quarter.
And it's no surprise what's coming. You know, they only got him in the backfield. They're going to snap it to him, and they can't stop it. It's been like that for a while.
Well, let's talk about that blocking.
And
of
it's
Edwin
there again.
Contreras, Mason Nava, along with Sergio Perez and Contreras.
Viesca with his Wildcat and crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Central.
And just like that, with 6:53 remaining here in the first quarter, after a turnover and an interception, the Spartans drove from the 48-yard line of Ramona. How many plays? About 7 plays, 8 plays?
And they capitalize on that turnover. That's what good teams do. Teams that are successful, you get an opportunity to get a turnover and go punch in six points.
So the Spartans draw first blood.
57 kicking the extra point.
That's Malachi Rodriguez. Malachi Rodriguez.
Snap set, and it's good. So with 6:52 to go in the first quarter, 7-0, Central. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
You just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kinda just makes your day.
The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
Dominic Askew with that kickoff return to the 36-yard line, where the Ramona Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 in the first quarter, 6:46 remaining.
So the Ramona Bulldogs take over between the two hash marks at their own 36-yard line. The first play on their first offensive series was a pass intercepted.
Right up the gut.
Ryan Shaw hands it off. Number 45, the ball carrier.
ABL
Number 45, that was Colton Simpson.
And gentlemen, just going over back to introducing the offensive side of the ball for the Ramona Bulldogs. Playing at center once again, Wyatt Davis. The offensive line will consist of Nick DiPietro, Emmanuel Lucas, Ricky Dinero, Xavier Muma. And at the wide receiver position, you got James Naud, Noah Badilla, and then you have Ethan Grajada, Ty Drews, Team Paredes, and also Ryan Shaw at the quarterback.
2nd and 8. Shaw stepping up, keeps it, and
That was
brought
Jared
down
Martin.
behind the line of scrimmage.
Jared Martin, number 22, along with number 14 for the Spartans. On defense, that was Gavin Mora. So 2 all-league performers from last year showing their defensive prowess early in the ball game. 5:25 remaining here in the first quarter.
What they're doing right now, you don't see a lot of high school players or teams do on the defensive side. They're going man-to-man. Their corners are locked in against the receiver. It's hard to cover man-to-man, so they have the confidence that they could show different looks and also go with man-to-man coverage.
3rd and 8 from the 38.
So what would the quarterback be looking for? Something deep?
Shaw with a screen. And not much there, as it was intended for number 23. That's Tim Paredes. Tim Walls.
Hey, Vic, going back to the question you had asked, what are you looking
for?
for?
Matthew Lizaola with a tackle. Go ahead, Butch.
When you're at a quarterback and you see man-to-man coverage, for me, it's chopping my teeth. I love it that you bring in, you're confident enough. Now I can get my best receiver and go against a DB because it's so hard to coverage. You just got to have time to throw the ball and attack your best receiver or the weakest corner.
So with a 4th and 8, they have Jared Martin dropping back deep. John, this guy does everything but hand out towels at halftime and parking cars before the game.
That's Isaiah Kontrovic punting for the Ramona Bulldogs.
Standing at his own 23-yard line, the ball being snapped from the 37.
Almost blocked, end over end punt, and will go out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. And the Spartans will take over 1st and 10. 4:54 remaining, first quarter.
So 4:54 remaining, the Spartans going left to right, or they're eastbound as the field runs. Cal Jones Field runs in a east-westerly direction, and the Spartans will have the wind to their back, a nice breeze, a great night for football.
It's turning out to not to be too bad. The weather's cooling and a little breeze that we're getting.
I thought I saw John checking his wardrobe if he had a scarf and some mittens.
1st and 10. Jimenez with a quick dump pass and not much there.
Well, that play took a long time to develop. Why is that?
I think there was confusion on the receiver's part. I think the timing just wasn't there. And when it's confusion, your body doesn't react because you're not comfortable with it. And I think that slowed them down a little bit.
The receiver was stationary. Should he have been running towards the ball?
No, not this receiver. I think the guy in motion or just the quarterback was confused. Could have been a couple of those things.
2nd and 12 from the 26. CJ Acosta losing yardage on that one.
And right up the middle.
And that's Viesca pounding his way.
And he's brought down by number 42, Wyatt Mallison, along with number 20, Ty Drews, and number 12, that's Noah Badia.
So 3rd and 11 for the Spartans.
Ramona substituting freely to offset that heat. It may be cool for us Desert Warriors, but it's very warm for them.
Jimenez.
And it's a pass
Intended for number 5, Emiliano Morales.
And believe it or not, being the 3rd week, these kids aren't really in conditioning yet. They're not at their optimal level. I think going into maybe the 6th, 7th week, they start getting in better shape. But this is just an overthrown ball by Jimenez there.
Well, the skill set for the Spartans, you have Luis Jimenez, number 6 at quarterback. The receivers are number 2, Viesca, Joshua Garcia, number 9, Matthew Lizaola, 7, Emiliano Morales, 5, Miguel Vega, and CJ Acosta.
53 is punting for the Spartans.
That's Javier Galindo.
Fair catch by number 12 for Ramona at the 35-yard line.
And that was Noah Badia. So the third time that the Bulldogs of Ramona get the ball inside their own territory, their third offensive series. The first series was one play, interception, turnover, which resulted in a Spartan short drive for a touchdown by Viesca. Second was three and out, and now we have them taking over at their own 35.
That was a good stop by Ramona. They forced them to punt the ball quickly, and now they got, with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, have an opportunity to drive the ball.
Ryan Shaw for Ramona with a 1st and 10 at the 35. 3:38 remaining first quarter. Under center. And that was number 23. That is Tim Paredes.
So offensively, Ramona goes with Ryan Shaw at quarterback. His wide receivers are number 11, James Canaud, number 12, Noah Badia, Ethan Grajada, number 17, Ty Drews, the tight end at 20, and running back number 23, Tim Paredes. Their head coach is Damon Baldwin. Coaching for Centro, David Rookie Peña.
2nd and 6 at the 39. Shaw over the middle. Paredes, number 12, that's Noah Badia, and gets a first down crossing midfield, and he'll take it inside the 35 at the 34.
Butch, would you like to describe that pass pattern?
Well, we talked about earlier, going to man-to-man defense is a difficult thing to do. You get a slot receiver typically quick, fast against their defensive linebacker, man-to-man. The slot receiver is going to have a little bit more advantage, so they ran a good route and got the ball quick and got enough for a first down.
He ran 5 and cut across the middle.
A little quick slant, that's all you got to do. They're doing a good job getting the ball out of his hands quick. That's all you have to do against a man-to-man defense because they're applying pressure.
1st and 10, Ramona
Well, like
in
that old
Spartan
saying,
territory.
You got to dance with who brung you.
And the fake handoff, and Shaw will keep it, take it to the 40. A gain of 5 almost.
2nd and 4 for the
A bucket of Spartans there,
Bulldogs.
holding them up, led by number 22, Jared Martin. Morales, Lizaola, and Orozco also in on the stop.
One and a half minutes to go first quarter. Spartans up 7-0. Ramona with the football. Inside the 40 at the 39. Shaw under center. Rolling this way. Finds a receiver, number 12, Badia. Badia picks up a first down. And ball will be spotted at the 25 going in.
Well, Butch, the offense of Ramona is giving the Spartan defense different looks. He's either throwing from the pocket or he's rolling out to his left. We haven't seen him roll out to his right yet.
No, when they apply pressure, they're bringing and going man-to-man, get the quarterback to make easy throws, get him in rhythm outside the pocket, comfortable throwing the ball, good pitch and catch again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you're enjoying the live stream provided by Valley Sports Network and your play-by-play man, Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Handoff, big handoff to 26.
That was Dominic.
Lutz picks up 4. Brings up a second down. And this may be the last play of the first quarter. As Shaw is under center.
What would you call this, the power eye?
Coming out of the eye. Hand off there to number 42.
Wyatt Mallinson over here, John.
So what they did there, Vic, is they overloaded the right side. So they had about maybe 5 guys on the right side, ran it up the middle, but they try to give them a different look, make him think that they're going to the right side, and they went up the middle.
A correction on that play, John. Who was the ball carrier?
Colton Simpson. So Simpson will end the first quarter of play. Central's up 7-0. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756, visit one of our customer service centers, or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. InnerCare, since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
We're back here live at Cal Jones Field, Central and Ramona in this third game of the 2024 season as we start the second quarter of play. For Vic Carrillo, this is John Moreno along with Butch Morales here calling the action. Ramona has a football at the 18-yard line going in. Full house backfield, and right up the gut goes number 23, Tim Paredes. Gets a first down as he'll cross the 15.
Great push by the Ramona Bulldog offensive line there to get enough for a first down. They controlled the line of scrimmage on that particular play.
And that was number 12, Josuel Rodriguez, into the stop, coming out for a breather. So, John, after this play, I'd like you to fill us in on how many undefeated teams are in the Valley this year so far.
Okay. 45, the ball carrier. That is Colton Simpson. Well, Calexico, Central, Brawley, Hopeville.
Imperial.
And Calipatria. And Calipatria, right.
They're making some noise up in the north right now. They're playing good football.
Under the direction of Tony Leon.
Congratulations to them. Keep it going.
Calipat beat O'Farrell today, 56 to. It was a 3:30 game because there's no 56-14 over O'Farrell. Calipat. Handoff. Oh, not much there. Looked like he ran into a brick wall, Vic.
That brick wall was Jared Martin.
No one was able to stop him there. They sent 2 guys right at him, and he basically fought off that double team and made the tackle.
Well, you know, Dominic Hawk, the quarterback, the option quarterback with Calipat, was highlighted in the Valley Press today, being the leading scorer in the nation in high school football with 12 touchdowns. And you said they scored over 50 points today?
Yep, 56 to 14.
Well, let's see how many he's at it. He's been averaging 6 touchdowns a game.
And in the Desert League, Vincent is at El Cajon tonight. Mountain Empire is at Hopeville. And you can catch that with Murray Anderson and Mike Swearingen on VSN. Ryan Shaw out of the gun. Play action, looking deep into the end zone. And overthrows or incomplete. I couldn't see, Vic.
That was an overthrown ball. It was out of the end zone. It would have been a hard catch to make.
So bringing up the 4th down and 6 to go. They're going to try for the field goal.
What's the kicker's number?
Number 11 is trying.
That's James Canal.
24-yard attempt. And the field goal is good. And so with 9:44 remaining second quarter, Ramona on the board with 3, 7-3. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Back here live at Cal Jones Field with Ramona kicking off to the Central Spartans in the second quarter. Number 11, James Naud. And back to receive is number 9 and number 5 for the Spartans. Number 9 being Joshua Garcia and Emiliano Morales. And Morales will field it at the 5. Breaks a tackle. Another one. Reverses his field and brought down from behind at the 36.
Spartans take over the 35. Nice run by Emiliano Morales.
That was number 4, Dominic Cromwell, making the initial hit, along with number 21, Logan Barrera, a junior. So the Spartans will start out at their own 36-yard line. They're going right to left on your screen. They're westward bound.
Jimenez and Viesca in the backfield. Martin in motion. Viesca finds a big hole and gains about 8.
Running behind the blocking of guard number 56, Mason Nava, along with tackle number 73, Andres Contreras. The Spartans pick up, 8 yards on the play?
That was a very well run by Mr. Viesca.
Brings up a 2nd and 2. Give it to Viesca one more time. He get the first down and more, brought down by number 42 for the Ramona Bulldogs.
Number 42, that's Wyatt Mallison, the outside linebacker, making that stop. But not until Viesca is able to get to the 50-yard line and a first down for the Spartans to keep this drive alive. 8:38 remaining here in the second quarter. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, Spartans 7, Ramona 3.
First and 10, 8:25 remaining second quarter. Martin in motion. Viesca. They waited for him that time and they only got a yard and a half.
That was number 42, Mallison again with that tackle. So Butch, what are the Spartans trying to develop here in the first half offensively?
First, they want to control the line of scrimmage. They want to be physical. Second, they want to control the clock. They want to eat as much clock as they can and hopefully punch it in and score 6 points, but they're doing a good job. Get 3-4 yards, and eventually, hopefully, they break one loose.
Okay, so keeping it methodical, as long as if it's working, keep using it.
Yeah, control the line of scrimmage.
Timeout is called with 7:46 remaining in the second quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you by Ivy Welding. Need expert welding and mechanical services? Trust the pros who get it done right, on time, every time. That's Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Precision in every spark. By El Centro Motors. Looking for unbeatable deals? Head to El Centro Motors. Get huge savings on your favorite Ford models. Visit us today at El Centro Motors, where your dream car is waiting. Don't miss out. Remember, accidents happen. But with Marianne Valenzuela Fenley State Farm, you're covered. Get the protection you deserve with personalized service and great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You're covered. 50 miles into Mexico. Call for a free quote. By Burgers and Beer, craving the perfect combo? Come to Burgers and Beer. Juicy, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold craft beer. What more could you want? Visit Burgers and Beer today for the ultimate flavor experience. Taste it, love it, repeat. By Keystone HR. Need top talent fast? Keystone HR connects you with skilled professionals ready to work, whether it's temp to hire, or permanent positions. We've got you covered at Keystone HR. Your key to success. By CR&R. Recyclable. Need reliable waste disposable? CR&R Waste Management has you covered. Our eco-friendly services keep your community clean and green. Visit crrwasteservices.com, keeping your world cleaner.
So they're faced with a 2nd and 8. What's the call, Butch?
They're probably should keep on running it.
And that's,
Ah,
Jimenez is going deep
And it's in the air.
and looked like there may be a flag as there was some collision going out there. Number 5 for the Spartans, intended receiver Emiliano Morales.
Morales.
And the penalty goes against Ramona.
Morales was being covered by number 9, Dion Askew, as their feet got tangled up. So there you go. You get the defense sucked in, playing the run.
and I was wondering when that was going to come eventually. You've been running and they called a timeout, making sure everybody was aware of the play, make sure they set it up well, and they did. And luckily, they were able to, get it on a flag play. But unfortunately, he's not doing good here.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night. This is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSN, the Valley Sports Network. We're here live, 1st and 10 Spartans. Handoff, Viesca.
Viesca behind.
Right side going everywhere up the road. 1st and 10, move those chains for the Spartans.
Brought down by number 2, Matt Parker, but not until Viesca is able to punch the ball deep into Ramona Bulldog territory. The ball inside the 10-yard line. Butch, being the quarterback guru, the outstanding quarterback in the early 90s, leading the Bulldogs to their last championship season, do you kind of keep an eye on the offensive coordinator, what they're going to call, or do you have your own game plan?
No, you obviously have to keep an eye on the offensive coordinator. Oh, touchdown. Oh.
Viesca.
Once again, the offensive coordinator is going to call the plays. He's going to get the rhythm, find and put the ball in the person that's hot. Right now, Viesca has been running the ball very well, but the great run was created by number 22. I don't know if you saw him. He made an outstanding block, which allowed him to propel for another 10, 15 yards.
And that was Jared Martin, their do-everything all-star.
A 13-yard gain and a 1st and goal for the Spartans. The ball at the 2-yard line.
We're going to have a false start on the Spartans, move them back 5 yards.
So they'll put him back at the 7 with 6:46 remaining, 2nd quarter.
Well, John, I feel like I'm sitting at Wrigley Field in 1942. My line of vision was blocked here by the press box.
Oh, those old stadiums had those seats behind the pillars, right? So 6:46, 1st and goal at the 7. Viesca, looks like it's the Wildcat time.
Viesca again goes wide, and there he goes on his feet still.
And
it'll be tackled at the 5-yard line.
A couple of yard gain there.
You know, David Pena and the Central Spartans in previous years used that Wildcat formation inside the 10 to perfection, particularly when you had a talent like Charlie Sullivan that could punch it in. Not only from the 10-yard, it could be anywhere on the field. He was capable of breaking it.
He was outstanding as a running back, not only on the offensive side, but he also played defensively very well as a linebacker.
And he's carried that defensive talent to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. They're playing Stanford, I believe, tomorrow.
Yeah.
2nd and goal with Jimenez back in there. Jimenez just stands and throws. Martin on the extreme right part of the end zone, incomplete.
That ball was a little bit overthrown by the quarterback Jimenez there, going one-on-one against a tall receiver, athletic receiver like Martin, or athletic all athlete. That guy does it all, but it was just a little bit outside his reach.
So it's a 3rd and 5 now. Would you roll out with the option to pass or run, or?
Well, they got Jimenez there. They have him. I believe they call a timeout here. I'm wondering if they're thinking about giving the ball to Viesca just up the middle.
Under 6 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Timeout, 7-3 Centro. Craving authentic Mexican food? Head to La Fonda Mexican Bar and Grill in El Centro. From sizzling fajitas to our famous enchiladas, we've got something for everyone. Visit us today for a taste of tradition. La Fonda, where flavor meets family. Also by Top Notch Barbershop. Fresh cuts, always a cutaway. RDO, nothing runs like a deer. By the Brawley Police Foundation, supporting a safe community through partnership with police. We are Valley Sports Network on the NFHS Network. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. By the Imperial Irrigation District, your local public water and energy company. Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, State Farm Insurance Agent in Imperial Valley. By Grasso's Fine Italian Dining. By Intercare, improving the health and wellness of the community. By the Dom Team for business, residential, and farmland real estate. By Ivy Welding and Mechanical, industrial welding contractor. So the Spartans with a 3rd and 5, given one more chance to punch it in. Jimenez is in the gun. Viesca in the backfield. Quick pass to Viesca, stutters and gets it into the end zone for another 6 points, taking it to the house. Touchdown, Central.
So the Spartans, with 5:54 remaining in the second quarter, extend their 7-3 lead to 13 as we await the point after attempt
by number 57 for Central.
Excellent drive there.
That's Malachi Rodriguez.
Malachi.
The kick is
And it's good. It barely made it, barely broke up the uprights. And so with 5:54 to go in the second quarter, 14-3 Central. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
We're back here live at Cal Jones Field in Sparta. The Central Spartans kicking off to the Ramona Bulldogs after a 5-yard touchdown run by a pass by Viesca from Jimenez.
So you have Dominic Cromwell, number 4, and Carlos Albarca, number 5, there in the...
no, number 9.
Number 9, correction. 9 being Dion Askew.
A squib kick. And Cromwell will have to recover. Takes it up the field and tries to get somewhere, but only takes it to the 16.
Well, Johnny had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Martha and the Vandellas.
Yeah,
3 games into the season, finally she makes her debut.
And here comes the defense again for the Spartans.
So that was a classic example of nowhere to run and nowhere to hide as the kickoff coverage team had him swarmed in.
Well, it deflected off his arm, and so he had to scoop it up.
Well, it allowed the Spartan coverage team to get there and surround him. Trap like a rat.
Ryan Shaw out of the shotgun. Coming this way, finds a... intercepted right there, read extremely well by number 9. Garcia Joshua taking it back all the way, touchdown, Central. Joshua Garcia with an excellent interception, takes it to the house.
What say you, Butch?
That was excellent. You saw it, read it, went up, got the ball at the highest point. That's what you teach. You want to go up and be aggressive for the ball, and he caught it and ran and found an open path to the end zone. Congratulations.
So he was playing center field from the safety position. So was he reading the quarterback's eyes, or?
He's playing, like I mentioned, they've been going, I didn't see the coverage on that one, but they've been doing a lot of man-to-man, maybe doing man underneath and him playing a zone and read it and was able to pick it off.
Well, whatever it was, it worked.
Yeah, definitely did.
It looks like there's a little, you forgot the lineman there.
Well, he was probably busy having a hot dog and didn't expect him to score so quickly. Took off his shoes and...
Rodriguez for the point after for Central. It seems like he was just there a few minutes ago. And the kick is no good. It's a little wide to the left. And so, with 5:32 remaining in the first half, 20-3, Central. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. We're back here live at Cal Jones Field. Spartans kicking off on an excellent, after a touchdown interception by Joshua Garcia from about the 40-yard line.
Called him out earlier.
And so Miguel Vega with a kickoff with Askew and Cromwell to return. Deep end over and kick. It'll go into the end zone and in Cromwell's vicinity, so it'll be a 1st and 10 for Ramona at the 20.
So, John, how much do you think adrenaline was playing there on that kickoff after that defensive play, run back for a touchdown?
Well,
booting the ball into the end zone.
And you could see Miguel had a plenty, it's just like with ease, went in there, they didn't want to return it. Maybe they're tired.
Well, it was kicked into the wind. So imagine, it was a strong leg.
We've got a south wind tonight, Vic.
It's a little ocean breeze.
Look at the flags. No, it's a monsoonal wind from Baja.
First down.
So Ramona with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Under center, Ryan Shaw.
At the run.
Handoff. And having a hard time is number 23. That is Tim Paredes.
Brought down by number 75, Max Fimbres.
But he gained 5 yards. At the 26-yard line, so it'll be come up at 2nd and 4 with 5 minutes and counting. Ryan Shaw under center.
Right up the
And that's Tim Walls. Tim Paredes.
Well, he was met by a wall there, led by number 75, Max Fimbres again, along with number 59, Davian Hartfield.
Along with 50.
Gains a couple yards.
It's going to be 3rd and short.
So up front, the Spartans have number 59, Hartfield, 65, Joshua Munoz, 75, Max Fimbres, and freelancing number 22, Jared Martin.
Elsewhere in the IVL, Brawley at Canyon Hills. Hopefully we get some scores there. Imperial at Cibola, Coastal Academy at Southwest. And tomorrow night, Cetis at Calexico, 32-0. Hopeville over Mountain Empire in the second quarter. Ryan Shaw rolling and sacked. And that is Jared Martin. One for TCU, Vic.
That's right. An outstanding athlete. His grandfather, Alvin Lefty Martin. His dad, Gene Martin. His uncle, Brian Martin, who's also on the Central coaching staff.
And it looks like we have an injured player, or maybe a cramp. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network with 3:34 remaining in the second quarter. Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Looking for lower mortgage payments? Let Rosanna Arroyo guide you through seamless refinancing to save on monthly costs and get better interest rates. Call 760-960-3049 to schedule your free appointment.
Here live at Cal Jones Field, Ramona with a 4th and 12, getting set to punt.
Standing at his own 35, number 22, Jared Martin.
And punting for Ramona, number 35.
That's Isaiah Kontrovich.
Height, and we'll take a Spartan bounce. They got to stop it. And it'll be spotted around the 40. 3:11 remaining, second quarter.
Hey guys, Central's been pretty much in control of this game. Now we got a score of 20-3. They've been really strong up front. They've been able to run the ball and have big stops and turnovers. A couple of turnovers tonight. So good job to them.
Well, you got to keep your foot on the gas, or the pedal to the metal, or the metal to the pedal.
Right. It's 4 quarters of football.
Hammer down, Vic.
Rack them up, right, John?
Rack them up. There you go.
Metal to the pedal, or pedal to the
pedal to the metal. Jimenez and Viesca, double doubles. Viesca. And you got to go, you got to dance with the one that brung you, Vic. And Viesca will pick up 6, perhaps 7 yards on that little run.
Well, John, they danced to the tune of 1,100 yards last year with Viesca running. And Jimenez passed for over 1,400 yards. So it's a good balance on their offensive scheme as they keep the defense on their heels.
They've been physical. They've been able to, like I mentioned, win the trenches, and they're running every time. They got, how many yards did you get on that one? 6, 7 yards?
6. 2nd and 4 coming up, Butch. Jimenez has poise in the pocket. Little in route to number 27 is complete. That is Angel Vasquez.
Angel Vasquez, or on the other side of the street, John, Angel Vasquez.
That was a good route.
Penalty flag, though, Vic.
We'll go with Angel.
That's how his parents may have wanted us to pronounce it. It's a going against Central. Was it a holding call?
Brings up 2nd and 15 for the
Did John Stephen give the call?
Yeah. I didn't see it, did you?
No, that's
what we pay you for, Vic. 2nd and 16, Jimenez. Watch John Seaman.
Throwing the flag.
False start. Yeah, we knew that one.
Bring him back 5 more.
So Central, another 5-yard loss.
He's the athletic director.
Yes. Second and 20. The ball at the Spartan 49. Jimenez, everybody's in the pattern.
Slip screen is caught right there by.
No. Was that 21? Number 21 for Central, that's CJ Acosta. A little dump and run.
So it got him past a little back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll make it, what, Butch, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8?
Somewhere around there. That's a quick screen pass that they utilize often. Ball gets out of his quarterback's hands quickly. And, they had about, 7 yards on that play. Someone's down, though.
Probably cramping up. Tonight's game is brought to you by CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. Havens Landscaping for all your landscaping material needs. Reach Medical Response Service, Medical Transportation Service. Ojeda Industries, hydraulic service and repair. Imperial Flying Service, proud supporter of our U.S. military. La Fonda Bar and Grill with Tony Camacho. And so the young man is coming up. That's number 10 for the Spartans. That's Miguel Vega, the kicker, and the wide receiver.
It's going to be
So 3rd and 8 for the Spartans. A minute 44 remaining, second quarter, up 20-3.
So a minute 44 remaining here in the first half. We'd like all of you to stay tuned as we have Gabriel Ponce, the new athletic director via Hopeville High School, here taking over the helm in the athletic department. And then we may have the principal, Craig Lyon, come in and touch upon the Imperial Valley Football Hall of Fame banquet that'll take place on November 16th.
3rd and 8 for Central. Jimenez out of the gun. Dropping back. Goes deep. And incomplete, intended for number 3. That number 3, that is Alex Trejo. So the Spartans are faced with a 4th and long at the 40.
And here comes the punt unit for the Spartans.
And this is the first punt the Spartans have had to make in this first half. Number 53 is the punter.
With the ball at the 40, would you punt, Butch?
Well, you're playing. You got a minute, 15 seconds left now. You don't want to make any bad decision here and give them the short short side of the field. Now you punt it and put them in a long situation to get a touchdown.
End over end. It goes out of bounds inside the 10.
So it'll be 1st and 90.
Yeah, they're at 90 yards in a minute and 7 seconds left.
And Javier Galindo, the punter for Central. So the ball inside the 15 at the 14 for the Ramona Bulldogs.
So, John, do you sense a chill in the air?
No, man. It's a nice breeze, and the sweater on my neck cools off. But we love it. We wouldn't be anywhere else but the Imperial Valley.
Friday Night Lights.
And love to come into Hell Centro from Hell Lexico.
And he's going to get sacked in the backfield.
And nothing there for Ryan Shaw.
That's like number 50.
So number 54 for the Spartans making that stop. Elijah Sampson.
Second and a long 16 here.
So Central, ranked 20 in the CIF San Diego section, is showing that they're probably better than 20 against a 32 ranked Ramona Bulldog team.
Are they both in the same division, or is Ramona in Division 1?
Handoff to number 7, Vic.
And he gets tackled.
That is
the safety. That's Joshua Garcia.
Parker Doomy.
Parker Doomy. Doomy?
Timeout.
Okay.
Bulldogs.
So they'll call a timeout, and so will we. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. .15 seconds left here at Cal Jones Field, home of the Central Spartans. Ramona has a football. A 1st and 10. Ryan Shaw. Oh, a little halfback pass. Number 6. And it's incomplete. Almost intercepted. That is Joshua Garcia. And number 6 for the Ramona Bulldogs.
Zion Flores.
Gentlemen, great play again by Joshua Garcia, staying back, not getting beat deep, seeing the trickery play there, and going up for the ball and almost making the play on the ball.
Well, that looked like a dying duck or a dying quail. Is it because the passer was squeezing the ball too hard for it to come out like that instead of being a clean spiral?
It could be a possibility there. They're just it's not a quarterback. It's hard to get somebody in there and just throw the football without warming up and just launching it.
2nd and 10 from the 24.
And the game is right up the middle.
Handoff. Hartfield.
So that's the end of 2 quarters of play here at Cal Jones Field. Central 20, Ramona 3, as we welcome back Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901. Casbros, it's that time of year again. Team shirt options are available and ready to go out for adult, youth, and toddler sizes. Call us and let us know how we can help at 760-550-6878.
We are Sewing Exchange, a garment manufacturing company. We manufacture to customer specifications. We do cut and sew, sublimation, uniforms, and we have low MOQs. You can contact us at 442-231-8527 or email sewingexchangeinc@gmail.com, and we are located at 321 East Main Street, El Centro, California.
Make It Ford summer sales event going on now. Hi, Mike Morris here, El Centro Motors. Well, the temperature rises, but the prices are going down. Enjoy a summer without payments. No payments for 3 months. 0% APR. 24 F-150s if you prefer a SUV. 24 Explorer is the perfect vehicle for you. And Ford even makes your first month's payment. And remember, if you don't come see me first, I can't save you any money, and it's just that easy.
We're back live here at Cal Jones Field with the Central Spartans hosting the Ramona Bulldogs out of East County, San Diego, leading by a score of 20-3. But ladies and gentlemen, more importantly, we have a special halftime guest, the new athletic director here at Central High School, coming all the way over from Hopeville as he journeyed 8 miles west, and that's Gabriel Ponce. Gabriel, welcome to our show.
Thank you, sir. Nice to be here.
So tell us, what have been the early challenges of this opening school year with all these sports that Central offers to not only just the male student body, but also the female student body, like girls flag football, cross country, tennis, and what have you. But I'll let you take it away.
You know, the biggest challenge coming in from a small school like Hopeville is the number of student athletes that we have at this school is just mind-boggling to me. I think just football alone, we're looking upwards of 165, 168 students. As to where when I was in Hopeville, you know, if we had 50 kids in the entire program, that was a lot. You know, not to mention flag football too. You know, the girls team has upwards of 56, 60 girls, you know, between both levels. You know, so just again, the number of students that are involved here, it's amazing. You know, look at our band. You know, our band itself has a great number of students out here. Cross country has well over 50, 60 kids as well. I mean, it's just participation here is huge, and that's kind of been, you know, the biggest adjustment we had to make, you know, in terms of clearing all these athletes. You know, we have to make sure everyone's cleared, everyone has the 2.0 that's required of them, you know, and just staying on top of everything. You know, there's a lot more moving pieces here. That's one of those things where I'm very thankful for the support group that I have here, because without them, I wouldn't be able to stay on top of all these student athletes.
Well, that support group starts at the top with Craig Line, the principal that's been here for quite some time, and a lot of continuity and of resources with the faculty, the coaching staffs. They've been together for several years. And talking about moving parts, this outstanding Spartan band that's taking the field for the first home game, they've got to get up on the wee hours of the morning to drive to Los Angeles to play at the USC-Utah State football game tomorrow night at the Coliseum. And so,
you know, so they actually invited me this morning to come watch them do their pregame rehearsal. So I was here at about 6:45 watching them, and just watching this band perform, you know, it's amazing what they can do. You know, regardless of what school you come from or what school you went to, you know, you have to acknowledge greatness when you see it, and this Spartan band is nothing short of that. You know, Mr. Yanni was telling me earlier on in the week that they are going to be going to that game tomorrow morning, as you mentioned. You know, and that's a great opportunity for these kids. You know, some of these kids aspire to be at the collegiate level playing band. You know, and that's going to be a great experience for them to not only be a part of it, but actually get the chance to perform.
Right, and be at the historic Coliseum where USC and formerly UCLA used to play, the Los Angeles Rams, and they've had the Olympics there, and they're going to be hosting the Olympics in 2028. When we talk about the girls' side of the ball, girls flag football and girls volleyball, among other fall sports, along with tennis, what can you tell us about that?
You know, I know our volleyball team is actually at a Del Lago tournament this weekend. They had a game against Yuma Catholic last night that went all the way into the 5th set. We did come out victorious, so kudos to them. Good job, ladies, and good luck this weekend at your tournament. Flag football also had 2 very big wins this week. I believe Tuesday they faced off against San Isidro High School, where they won 36-6. And last night they faced the Ramona Bulldogs, where they won 36-0, I believe. You know, and just these girls, you know, are showing that it really doesn't matter if you're male or female. You know, if you have that competitive instinct in you, it's going to come out on the court. Regardless of what sport you're playing, football, volleyball, cross country, if you have that competitiveness in you, it'll show. And we are thriving, and we're thriving like never before.
Now, you had mentioned during our introductory commentary that you had been on the sidelines coaching football as an assistant coach, and now you're up here or you're behind the scenes making sure that everything is operational and everything is complete. What's the difference been like for you?
You know, the biggest thing, like you said, I was coaching in Hopeville for 8 years. You know, under great Turner, great guy, taught me a lot of great things. And now here at Centro, being behind the scenes, it's one of those deals where you're not just overlooking one sports team. You know, when I was in Hopeville, I was in charge primarily of the offensive line and the varsity. So I'm really only in charge of about 15 guys. You know, here at Centro, I'm in charge of the entire athletic department, not only the student athletes, but again, the support staff. You know, my equipment manager, shout out to Kiko Tamayo. You know, without him, I would not be able to do what I do. My secretaries up front, you know, Gabby Robb, Veronica Valle, you know, all those ladies, you know, at the end of the day, we're one big team. You know, so here I am coming in from focusing only on one group of kids, lineman position, to now I'm overseeing, you know, hundreds of kids, my own support system. Like you said, Mr. Lyon is awesome to work with as well. But it's just a matter of adjusting. You know, I think that's something that we need to do well in life, not just in my position, but being able to adjust to our new environment and our new roles is huge. You know, and that's kind of what I'm having to do here. Being hired on a little bit late into the summer, you know, really forced me to adapt and learn quickly. You know, because I got hired and it felt like I was a day late and $1 short.
Right, I've been there before, particularly $1 short.
Yeah,
but
how do we all?
We talk about the competitive spirit. It seems like with Central, they're always on everybody's target list on their calendar, because if you can beat Central, your season is complete, regardless of the other wins and losses. And the Central high school season, the regular season, culminates with the longest traditional game, the Bell game with Brawley. But one of the things I've liked about Coach David Rookie Peña is he takes one game at a time. He doesn't like the team to get ahead of himself. How much has that rubbed off on you, or how much have you collaborated with him on running your department?
Well, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually played for Coach Rookie Peña in college at Mayville State. So it's been a pretty nice experience going from playing for him to now working alongside him, you know. And like you said, you know, Central here, we're typically always circle on everyone's schedule, you know, and that's simply because there's a standard here at Central, you know, and that standard is not going to be moved for just anybody. You know, it's either you rise up to the challenge and you learn to succeed and move that bar up, raise the bar, or, you know, you fall off. You know, Coach Peña preaches Central is not for everybody. And it is not. You know, there's a standard here. We're going to hold you accountable. And Coach Peña is great at doing that. You know, he sets the standard, and he does not move it for anyone. You either rise up and you accept his challenge, or you fall off. And that's kind of that's not just something that Mr. Coach Peña does, but that seems to be the Central way, the Central culture. Like I said earlier, it doesn't really matter what sport you're playing. That's the standard, you know, and we're not moving that for anyone. You either rise up or you get left behind.
Okay, you know, and it seems like you've embraced that culture from the get-go. Any closing comments that you'd like to make to our listening and viewing audience?
The biggest thing, you know, is I want to thank the Central community, Central Union community, for embracing me, making this a very seamless transition. You know, I know I still have a lot to learn, you know, but I'm very excited to get to learn the culture and the tradition here. You know, I want to be able to build on what's already been built here by the previous ADs. You know, and I just want to take our athletic program to the next level and give our athletes, you know, the recognition that they deserve. You know, we have a lot of great talent here, and they're doing their job performing on and off the field in the classroom. So I feel like it's our duty as an athletic department to make sure these kids get the recognition that they deserve.
Well said. And if there's anything that John Moreno and I and Will Torres with VSN North and South can do to help your program out, provide institutional history, we're always just a phone call away.
All right, sir. Thank you guys. And again, huge shout out to VSN. You guys make it possible for everyone at home to be able to watch from the comfort of their home. So you guys, again, if you guys ever need anything from me, likewise, only phone call away.
From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabriel Ponce, the new athletic director here at Central High School, hitting the ground on all cylinders, as so is the Spartan offense, leading 20-3 as we go into the second half. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Lee Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
El Distrito de Irrigación de Imperial, su proveedor de energía pública, ofrece varios programas de asistencia de pago. Nuestros clientes con ingresos que califiquen pueden ahorrar entre un 20 o 30% en su factura de electricidad, y también recibir ayuda si enfrentan desconexiones por falta de pago. Para recibir ayuda, llámenos al 1-800-303-7756. Visite uno de nuestros centros de servicio al cliente o visite iid.com. iID, donde los clientes siempre son primero.
Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation, winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.
We're back here live in the second half of play. Central, Ramona. Central will receive, and Ramona's kicking off as we start the third quarter. 20-3 Central.
Joshua Garcia and number 3, that's Alex Trejo.
Who's kicking off for James Canaud or Naud?
Yeah.
Number 11.
And back to receive, we've got number 3, that Joshua Garcia, and number 3 for Central,
Alex Trejo.
Alex Trejo. 3 is on the
far side, on the northwest corner.
Well, 24 minutes of football left here in this third game of the 2024 season. And it'll go into the end zone. And the Spartans will get out to 20.
Well, John, that breeze coming in from the Sea of Cortez has given those footballs another 15, 20 feet of distance.
Yeah, you could feel it.
Spartans will take over at the 20-yard line. And here comes Luis.
So what was our, I couldn't hear our interview with the new athletic director, Mr. Ponce.
Outstanding, very articulate, very committed to this position. Butch, I thought he was, came in a late hire in the summer, but he came in with his boots on the ground. He hit the ground running and embraced the culture immediately, and had everything's to be on all cylinders.
Viesca gets a couple.
No, I've known him since a couple of years. He's involved with the youth football, taking pictures, worked with Max Preps, does an outstanding job with the pictures. So if he did that, I'm assuming does a good job with the administrative part of the school here.
Well, he stepped into some big shoes. Josh Weiss was the previous athletic director coming from Brawley, and he ran an outstanding program.
2nd and 8 at the 22. Quick pass.
Slip screen.
Looks like it was number 27, the intended receiver. That is Angel Vasquez.
Angel Vasquez. The ball overthrown. He had to go up the ladder on that one.
That's a type of screen pass, if you will.
Yeah, it's essentially grabbing the ball and throwing it. Sometimes they don't grab the laces. Quarterback's got to throw it without grabbing the laces, so the ball becomes a little slippery sometimes.
And especially now in this humidity.
And he had the blockers out in front of him.
Yeah,
so it could have gone for a big gain.
He's got to put it on him.
Could have, would have, and should have.
3rd and 8 penalty flags. False start on the Spartans.
And it's going to be.
So offensively, the Spartans go on the offensive line, number 19, Alex Lopez at center, The guards are Edwin Contreras and Mason Nava. The tackle, Sergio Perez and Andres Contreras, along with number 68, Julian Hernandez.
3rd and 13. Ball way back. Jimenez rolling, looking, and underthrows it, and it's intercepted by Ramona. Number 6 on the interception, taking it all the way back, fumbles, and may have been recovered back by the Spartans. Yes, it is. Whoa, what a turnover and another turnover.
Well, you know, Jared Martin was the intended receiver. He came back and was in pursuit and was there in the vicinity when the ball was fumbled, had his chance on it, but luckily it caromed off his hands to a waiting Spartan.
Martin was wide open. He had him open over the top and unfortunately just underthrew it. Didn't throw a good ball.
Now, do you teach the quarterbacks to throw on the run or to plant their back foot and throw?
This is a design play to throw on the run, so you got to be able to do both. But throwing on the run is crucial because you don't have the time to sit, throw, and you got to get hit. You got to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but you just got to throw a better ball than that.
1st and 10, Jimenez. Another screen, quick to the left, to the right side. Number 21 for Centro, that is CJ Acosta. And he'll run up the field, pick up about 6.
So it'll be 3rd and about 3 for the Spartans. They're still back deep in their own territory inside the 20-yard line down to the 19.
Seems like they're getting a little bit away from the run. We'll see if they mix it in here with Viesca.
2nd and about 3. Yep, Viesca with the ball carrier. He finds room, gets a 1st down and more, and takes it to the 20.
Viesca running hard.
We can have Butch call the plays next time.
Yeah, I think Butch was in the huddle there and heard what was to be called. Anyway, tackled by number 10 for the Bulldogs.
So 1st and 10 at the 30 for Central. 9:55 remaining, 3rd quarter. Whoa.
And we're going to have a penalty against
false start.
That's false start.
And we had Viesca out of the Wildcat.
1st and 15.
And I was just about to say how good of the line is playing tonight. Being able to give it to Viesca and rely on Viesca and get a lot of positive yards, but unfortunately they moved there.
Updated Hopeville at Mountain Empire at Hopeville, 39-0 Hopeville.
And could that be because of a change of cadence? You have the quarterback who's not calling the count. Now it's Viesca with a Wildcat.
So I don't know. Yeah, that could be. It seems like.
And he's going like a pinball. Takes it to the 39.
Needed to get to the 40 for a 1st down. Let's see where they mark it.
They'll mark it right there at the 39.
So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Outstanding run by Viesca again. He just pounds it and stop me if you can type of mentality and won't go down.
Running behind the blocking of Nava and Contreras.
Again with a Wildcat.
Oh, met immediately by number
67.
67.
The big guy.
Real big. And that's Cole Tripoli.
And no gain on the play. Yeah, like the Marines hymn, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
Hey, big 3rd down here. What do you think?
6'4", 280 pounds, John.
There he is. 3rd and 1. Viesca gets a 1st. And they'll stop him right at the, looks like the 44.
Running behind the blocking of number 65. That's in there as they're substituting freely.
Hey, gentlemen, last week we talked about, an identity. We talked about what type of identity is your team. Central's displaying that. They're tough. They run between the guards and the tackles and pound it.
And they keep running that Wildcat. Like, here I am coming down the far sideline. The near sideline. Viesca with another 1st down, move those chains.
Running behind the blocking of number 65, Joshua Munoz. Pulling from his guard position, able to get Viesca to the outside. Munoz with the hands on the knees. That's a sign that they're a little fatigued here early in the season.
The Spartans are doing an excellent driving the ball, eating clock, and getting the defense tired.
Yeah, and again with the Wildcat. Viesca hesitates, but tries to gain ground, and not that time.
It looked like he wasn't expecting a snap. He was caught in between breaths.
We talked about snaps earlier and about cadences. Some teams don't use a cadence anymore. They just clap. And typically when Centro goes with Jimenez, you'll see a clap, or you won't say a down, say hut. It stops the rhythm from the defense blitzing. And now with Viesca at running back, it looks like they do use a cadence. So they do go for different types of ways how to hike the ball.
Whatever happened to those red 55, blue 22 roses?
Now it's here we go. Like the
he
Cowboys.
looked like he was a little hesitant on that Wildcat. Yeah, and
or like Peyton Manning, Omaha.
or like way back Evangelist had when we were freshmen, it was go, set, hit, run. So it was like, go, set, hit, run. So you'd call it on the on the hit or the run, but and then Gutierrez had the takeoff drill, so we'd have to clap every time.
Yeah, quarterbacks don't. Now you see a lot of that. A lot of quarterbacks clap. They don't even say down to hut, and then that gives the green light for the center to snap it when they're ready. If the center sees some type of blitz and they want to hold on to the snap a little longer, then they could disrupt the rhythm.
In the late 60s, we'd come on if the defense was on a 5 line, down lineman, 4 backers, we'd say, ready, 54. That'd let the line know what defensive formation they were in.
Okay.
Then you'd call your audible, blue,
3rd
22.
and 17. Jimenez is lowering his shoulders and takes it to the 46.
It'll pick up about 4. It'll make it 4th and 12, 4th and 13.
And they'll have to punt.
I don't know if Jimenez saw him, but he had one of the receivers on a post route open. When you're in a rush and you get pressure and you start tunnel vision and seeing the field, and he didn't see the wide open receiver.
Well, it's just like a basketball guard on a fast break. You're looking at the opposing basket. Your head's up, in other words. You're looking down court.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Nice punt.
It's a nice punt. Number 17 will try to take it up the field. Number 17 is Ethan Grajada.
He's one of the captains.
So Ramona will try with 4:43 remaining in the third quarter.
The ball's going to be at the
1st and 10.
Has Ramona been on offense so far this quarter?
Well, just real quick for that interception, then they fumbled.
All right.
Yeah.
So they're eating a lot of clock, and 4 minutes left in the third quarter. This is Central.
So the ball back deep in Ramona's territory. They're backed up to their own 9-yard line.
And number 7.
They're westbound on your screen as the field runs in the east-west direction.
Domi, the quarterback for Ramona. And not much there on that handoff. Handoff to number 23. That's Tim Paredes.
In to make the tackle, number 7, Matthew Lizaola.
Parker Domi.
Or is it Dumais? What would Emily and Paris say?
Domi. Parker Domi. 4:02 and counting, third quarter. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 11-yard line. Parker rolling this way. Looks at finds a receiver pass, is caught. That's number 17. That's Ethan Grajada. So they'll get a first down, move the chains.
And I'm surprised Central's been staying with man-to-man all night, but they are applying the pressure, and got a good route, the Ramona Bulldogs there, and completed a nice pass, but they're still staying with man-to-man. They're confident in that.
That says a lot about the confidence and their faith and respect that they have in their defensive backs, that they can do that, because you say that's not a common sight in high school football.
You got to have really good coverage. Not only that, you have to have the offensive or defensive line front that it could apply pressure, and they do have Martin out there.
Parker rolling and looking for number 12. That is Noah Badia.
So what are the physical attributes you look for in your defensive backs and your safeties?
Being able to drop back, being able to turn their hips, and ball hawks, people, kids that want to go out and get an interception and want to cover, and you got to be able to move and change direction.
So when they size up a receiver, are they looking at his chest? Are they looking at his hips?
First, they're making sure they get their hands on him and don't give him a clean release. You disrupt the route, you disrupt the timing, and that's essentially what you want. And now you got to turn and run with them.
They got to have big cojones, Vic.
You're hoping that the defensive line is putting that pressure on the quarterback.
Exactly. I mean, they're doing it against a sophomore quarterback. A senior quarterback could be a little bit more challenging too.
Parker with a draw. Number 4, the ball carrier. A couple of yards there.
Number 4?
Yeah.
That's Dominic Cromwell. So, Butch, in one final question. The snap to the quarterback, how much time do you give him on every offensive play, on a passing play, to be successful?
Well,
Try to get the ball off in a second, 1.5, 2.
It depends on the concept you're having. Teams have passing concepts. So if anything that you want to get a quick screen, you want to get the ball out of your hands as quickly as possible. Remember, we talked about no laces. It doesn't matter if you have the laces. Now, if we're running a route where a post or a corner or vertical, now you could take your time a little bit and drop and get a good accurate ball like that.
Over the middle pass is caught from Parker Dooney to number 12. That is Noah Badia, gets a first down and a whole lot more as he'll take it to the Spartan 40-yard line.
Brought down from behind by Gavin Mora, a junior, All-League Imperial Valley last year. Able to recover quickly, but a beautifully thrown pass from Dooney to Noah Badia.
So 1st and 10 for Ramona.
This has been the best offensive sequence that the Ramona Bulldogs have enjoyed thus far in the game.
Hand off, number 4, Cromwell.
Number 35 is right there.
Pick up a yard. 1:24 remaining third quarter.
And they did replace their quarterback, right? This is the second quarterback they have?
Yeah. It looked pretty good on those pass patterns, on those passes. And the patterns were good too.
Well, they're attacking, they've done it twice and they've been successful attacking the linebackers with the slot receiver. Slot receiver typically a little quicker, faster, and they were able to complete it to him.
2nd and 9. Parker Dooney going to the right. And incomplete. Pass intended for number 17, Ethan Grajada. Guarded well.
He displayed a pretty strong arm there as he threw that ball about 45 yards downfield.
He did. However, when you're throwing a vertical route, you see how it sailed away. You got to put more air and drop it in a bucket as the receiver is running and drop it right in the bucket between his chest and his arms. It was a little sailed away. It was too flat.
I'm sure Butch has studied physics and the laws of motion to give us that analysis. Trajectory.
There you go.
So, Butch, during practices, how much time is spent on pass routes and the different types of thrown balls?
You got to do everything on the run. You got to be able to throw a deep route, under the quick routes, screen routes, everything.
Screen right there. Hit hard. That number 11, James Nowd, but was hit like.
Number 14. That was Gavin Mora again with a tackle.
Looked like whiplash.
So it'll be 4th and a long 8 for the Ramona Bulldogs. They're down by a score of 20-3 with 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. apparently they're going to let the clock run out.
And at the end of the third, Central 20, Ramona 3. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
You just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kind of just makes your day.
The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756, visit one of our customer service centers, or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
We're back here live at Cal Jones Field. Ramona switching sides, going over to the middle. It almost intercepted.
And that was a fourth down play, so Central will take over on downs at the 39-yard line of Central. As we get started here in the fourth quarter, if you just joined us, Central 20, Ramona 3.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Arctic Air Conditioning and Heating, along with the Sewing Exchange, Sanders Architecture and Engineering, and Esquer Realty. Thank you very much, our sponsors for VSN. First and 10 at the 39, Central. Jimenez is in there. And that is Nico Viesca, the workhorse, and breaking away to the 40-yard line from the 39, Vic, a pickup of 20.
That was a great gain of 20 yards there for
Tripped up by number 58 of the Ramona Bulldogs. That was Caleb Patterson, an outside linebacker coming across the field to trip up Viesca, or Viesca might have taken that to the house again.
Outstanding run again by Viesca.
Outstanding blocking by the men up front, Nava, Contreras, Hernandez, Lopez, Perez, and Edward and Andres Contreras.
And why not give it to him again?
Right down,
but not as lucky this time as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Running behind the blocking of Alex Lopez, the center, and Edwin Contreras. A short pickup, if any.
And gentlemen, these runs are done methodical by Rookie Pena, so we could eat the clock down and lower that time so they could get the W.
In other words, a win is a win is a win. It's not by how much.
Just win, baby.
Sound familiar? Al Davis, 2nd and 10.
I thought you were going to say Al Gutierrez.
Viesca.
But there is a penalty on the play.
Penalty thrown by the line judge. It could be offsides or encroachment.
Against the
Spartans.
Illegal procedure against the Spartans. It brings it back 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and about 15 yards. Right at the
David Rookie Pena was an offensive lineman, high school and college, right?
Yes.
And it seems like all the great offensive minds and gurus from the professional level down to the high have an offensive line background. Why is that?
They understand the angles. They understand the run game. You understand that. You could build upon it. To be dominant, you have to be able to run the ball at any given time. Jimenez
on a 2nd and 15, airs it out. And intercepted over there on the far sideline. Well, you know, you're right. You know, Rookie Peña, Fernando Solano from Calexico, lineman. You know, not.
Well, you had John Bishop. You had
Al Gutierrez.
You had John Self at Brawley.
That's your foundation to have a successful
team.
You
have Jason Turner in Hopeville. Now you have a quarterback in David Shaw at Imperial, who was an outstanding quarterback and athlete.
Joe Apodaca was a lineman, defensive lineman. So,
and what about those great announcers being on the offensive line, like John Moreno Brown?
Okay.
Number 64?
70.
74.
My bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you know, the smartest guys are on the line. You get your lineman GPA average.
Always got to treat them right.
Eddie Leal.
And it helps if they were an English major.
Yeah, 1st and 10. Parker Doomey can't find anybody and decides to take it up the field. Hit hard, number 23 for the Spartans.
He paid for it.
Well, John, but that play was created by Jared Martin with his pursuit, flushing him out of the pocket. Almost had him for an 8-yard loss there, and he was able to spin out of the grasp of Martin and let the other Spartans come in and finish him off. So it'll be a 2nd
and 3.
And 3 from the 46 of Ramona.
Parker Doomey is playing really tough coming into this game. Another flag.
Whistle looks like a timeout. Bulldogs.
Timeout, and we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. Inner Care since 1970. When it comes to health care, Inner Care is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. Inner Care, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Back here live at Cal Jones Field. 2nd and 3 at the 46 for Ramona. Parker Doomey under center.
And we have another
now
whistle. Timeout. Ramona.
Another timeout for Ramona. Can you call 2 timeouts in a row?
Hey, gentlemen, if you don't mind, I want to say a shout out to Todd Evangelist, who is the head of the El Centro Youth and Cheer Football Association. He's done an outstanding job with the youth program here in El Centro. My son is currently plays for the 11U team, which I head coach. And there's a lot of kids out here tonight wearing their jerseys. And just want to tell them that I appreciate the leadership and just the whole organization, how he's running it.
So do you have games tomorrow?
We do. We travel to Pasadena tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There'll be games, I believe, here or Brawl. I can't remember what other teams, but there's some local games. But we have a team play the Inland Empire Cats from Fontana and Pasadena.
Talking about traveling, the El Centro Great Marching Band is going to be traveling at 4 o'clock this morning, coming morning, to Los Angeles to play at noon with other high school bands that were invited to perform at halftime in tomorrow night's game at 8 o'clock. SC hosting Utah State.
Awesome. Now your grandson's in it, right?
Right. But there's a lot of great kids and musicians in that band.
Awesome.
Whoa. Jared Martin tries to get the ball carrier, but Parker Doomey just went right up the field And Martin bit on the fake handoff.
But John, that speed on that rush creates havoc in the backfield and forces the other team to get out of their game plan to offset that. And so this is where they kind of run into chaos. You know, you get busted plays.
And credit to the defense of the Spartans. They've done an outstanding job of putting pressure on them.
And up to number 26.
Was he trying to say nowhere to run and nowhere to hide?
I think he's listening to us in there.
That's twice in one day.
Why don't we send Jose over there to teach him the lyrics?
Juan Robles, the ball carrier for Ramona.
Hey, gentlemen, once again, I want to also bring up, what year is this you guys are doing this in?
31.
31 years of being on the radio and on TV together combined. Awesome job.
Thank you. Can you can't beat it on the 50-yard line watching the game.
Best seat in the house?
Yeah.
And just shooting the breeze. 2nd and 8 at the 45.
My commentary may be dated, but it's still right on.
Right on.
Yeah, use the same old jokes, Vic. Over.
Tries a pass, almost intercepted by Gavin Mota.
Gavin Mota right there.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 with
Well, John, as you
7:29.
said, you got to dance with who brought you.
7:29 remaining. Spartans 20-3. Another carnival atmosphere out here at Cal Jones Field.
3rd and 8. Well, you know, we enjoyed the Imperial atmosphere last week and their hospitality and their enthusiasm, the whole community. Friday night, it epitomized Friday Night Lights, and it's reflected here with the city of El Centro, who they have 2 high schools to cheer for, Southwest at the west end of town, and here the historic Central High School program, and a beautiful complex here for high school football, Cal Jones Field, and well prepared, well manicured. All the sight lines are good, John.
The delay of game against Ramona, it's a 5-yard penalty.
One of the uniqueness about this particular field that I like is you're right on top of the field. There's no track like other facilities.
Yeah.
You're close to the action. The band is right next to you. Good atmosphere.
We could use a bigger space here for the VSN crew. But we
manage.
We manage. The old saying, Bulldogs find a way.
There you go.
3rd and 13, the ball at midfield.
Well, John, if you had a lemonade stand, you make lemonade out of lemons.
There you go. Parker Dumi out of the shotgun. Going to this side. Way overthrown his intended receiver.
Blitzing on that play, number 14 for the Spartans, Gavin Mora, who just leveled the quarterback Dumi as he was releasing the football.
And that's a great call. And you could, do that and cover man-to-man. You apply pressure. It just makes it a lot more challenging for the quarterback to stay in the pocket and deliver a good football.
And it'll make him think twice about looking for a deep pass where he has to set foot in the pocket and wait.
Well, 7 minutes to go in this football game, 20-3 Central.
So to offset that ferocious pass rush, what do? A mobile quarterback, have him roll out and pass? Or?
It's always nice to have a Lamar Jackson type quarterback where he could evade the pressure and run for 30 yards if needed.
End over end. Calling for the fair catch. Jared Martin falls on it at the 1.
Well, I'm glad he recovered because his player of the game was riding on that. I'm just kidding.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Ivy Welding. Need expert welding and mechanical service? Trust the pros who get it done right, on time, every time. Ivy Welding and Mechanical. El Centro Motors, looking for unbeatable deals? Head to El Centro Motors right now and get huge savings on your favorite Ford models. Don't miss out. The Spartans way back at the 1, at their own 1. And it's Viesca.
And Viesca keeps it.
Gets a little breathing room, takes it to the 5-yard line.
Hey, gentlemen, when have you seen a defensive end in any game field punts?
No.
That's unique, right?
Yeah.
So it's a challenge for him. I mean, to get under the ball and catch it, but, you know, he got away from it. He was able to recover. But
well, you know, he missed out most of last season due to injury. I think the coaching staff wants to get as much out of him as they can
right?
while the season is young. A great athlete and an excellent young man. Great family.
Nico Viesca. Nothing there. Discover innovation with Sanders Architecture and Engineering. From concept to creation, we bring you your vision to life with precision and passion. Trust Sanders to build the future today. Wishing all Valley teams a safe and successful season. Thinking of buying or selling property? Trust the expert at Esquer Realty with over 30 years of friendly service, the mark of excellence.
Faced with a 3rd and 6, the Bulldogs still go with Gwynn, Parker, Owens, Askew, Grajada, Drews, Tomakil, Muma, Patterson, Simpson,
loses
and
his
Mallison.
helmet. And just grounding and pounding, and put some salt on that clock because we're eating it.
First down, Spartans.
I like that one.
Come out for one leg, his helmet came off.
It's John the Pound. Here it comes.
That book on football cliches just arrived today on the Federal Express
That was
to
awesome.
John's office. Way to go, John. I like that one. It's almost like putting ketchup on your steak.
Right. Don't do that. But Viesca's tough as a $2 steak.
And I got Martin. Look.
Martin in the Wildcat. Way over his head. And he'll have to, no, he won't. He's going to pick it up and run with it. And saves a safety.
That would have been awesome if he would have taken it all the way to the house.
I thought he was going to turn that corner for there for a little bit. He decided to cut it back.
So he turned a disaster.
What could have been.
Second and about 15.
4.5 minutes to go remaining in this 3rd game of the 24 season.
So Martin, who's lined up at tight end, he's lined up at the slot back. He's played defensive end, middle linebacker. And now they had him at the Wildcat or shotgun formation as a quarterback.
I wonder if he could kick.
You know, his family history had a storied history in baseball.
And we'll be back with more Tuck Toast about that after this commercial.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like when Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
Back here live, Jared Martin. No, we've got Jimenez back in there on a 2nd and long. Finds a receiver, number 27.
He's going to gain about 5.
Number 27, Angel Vasquez. And talk about that Lefty Martin story.
Well, when you go back to Lefty Martin, a product of the 50s and 60s, an outstanding baseball player for the Central Spartans, went professional, tore it up through the rookie ball, single A, double A with the Angels organization, and was just that close to being in the major leagues. Then his sons took it even further, Brian Martin and Gene Martin, and then his granddaughter playing at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas on a softball scholarship. So the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. And Lefty, not only his legacy, but he and his wife really setting the tone in the household and raised their sons and daughters, and grandchildren, with a lot of love and positive discipline in that house.
He was a great instructor, also motivated you. You ran through the wall for him. I remember playing at IVC with Coach Dave Drury and him, and one time he got me off the tee and just started hitting balls, and my hands got blisters and bloody because I just kept hitting the ball. He just motivated me to hit the ball hard.
Lefty was the original Shotami, for the Dodgers because he could pitch, amazing speed on his fastball, power, and he was a tremendous hitter, power hitter, line drive hitter, and an outstanding first baseman. I mean, he could call the shot and he'd convert. Not only did he talk the talk, but he walked the walk. I enjoyed playing with him, behind him, and just sharing the ball diamond with him.
And
he, along with Freddie Duralde, Jesse Amaria, Stan Thomas, a lot of great ball players came out in that era.
Did he play any football? No?
He did, but baseball.
That's the main thing. I'm just curious.
Him, along with Jim Lilly, Stan Thomas, representing the east side of El Centro.
Nice.
1st and 10 for Ramona at the 41. Parker Doomey is sacked.
By number
14, Gavin Mota with a big sack.
That's number
14,
8,
Gavin Mota.
Gavin Mota, but a new quarterback went in there, number 8. For Ramona, that is Ryan Shaw. Well, he's back in again. Ryan Shaw back in again.
A great timing on the blitz. Couldn't do it any better than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is the sole property of VSN, the Valley Sports Network. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the owners is strictly prohibited.
So 2nd and 17 at the 49. Ryan Shaw. There's Martin going in.
It is completed. There's the young man. Gets about 8 yards.
That is number 4, Cromwell. Gets it to the original line of scrimmage. But Jared Martin was blitzing. And you see him coming at you, you've got to get that ball out of your hands. Jared Martin, he's about 6'2", 6'3"?
220.
He could scare the flies off a manure truck. 3rd and 8.
When he goes to Texas Christian University, they'll probably add another 15 to 20 pounds on him where he doesn't lose any speed. And that'll, he'll fit right in at the collegiate level, playing for Texas Christian. I think they're in the Big 12, right?
Yeah. Ethan Grajada,
with all these
receiver.
With all these conferences or the teams changing conferences, the Pac-12 became the Pac-2, just like that.
47 seconds, folks. 4th down and long for the Ramona Bulldogs. 20-3 is the score. This will probably be the last play for the Bulldogs if they don't get a first down. Timeout is called.
Hey, question for you guys here. We've seen Imperial. We've seen El Centro. What do you guys think their matchup-wise?
Well, Imperial showed an explosive offense last week against Vincent Memorial under the direction of Jaden Ayala and those outstanding freshmen, Darren Wessel, number 2, who was the Burgers and Beer player of the game, along with their outstanding freshman receivers, Hallam and, help me out here.
Gaxiola was another one.
Mario Gaxiola.
Yeah, but he wasn't the
other freshman, TJ Reese.
Yeah, right. Anyway, and we didn't even see Gio Robles because he's been nursing a leg injury for the last 2 years. But they were explosive. It's a toss-up. They're not going to play until later in the season, so both teams with additional seasoning, you know, it'll be a wonderful game to watch and a wonderful game to announce.
Well, you know, this would Imperial and Brawley and Central, they're even.
Yeah.
Imperial's Division 3, well, they were Division 3, and then Brawley and Central Division 2. Ramona's Division 2. So right now, with this game that Central is playing, it's going to bode well for their rankings.
And that was Jared Martin right there.
With a sack.
Making his quest for player of the game. You know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And Rookie Peña and the Central Spartans will come out of this one victorious. Played an excellent game, a couple of mistakes, but you know what? They had the rhythm for the most part, and they executed well.
Well, you know, John, you talk about the motivation and the driving factor for Imperial. It's to break through that glass ceiling and defeat Central and Brawley in the same season. They want a clear path to that championship. And so that's the carrot that David Shaw is holding before his team, along with his coaching staff, that if you want to win the IVL, you got to go through Main Street in El Centro and Main Street in Brawley. What say you, Butch?
A perfect way of saying it. You know, they've got to go through right now. The cream of the crop has been El Centro. The Spartans been on top for the last several years. Now I would like to see Imperial or Brawley give them a close game, a run for their money. So that's in the near future, and I'm looking forward to that.
But you never know on a Friday night when all these IVL teams get together. You can throw out the record books. Don't forget Calexico, because they can be in there too.
Well, Calexico is 2-0, and they take on Setis tomorrow in a non-league game at Willis Ward Field at 7:30. John, tonight's burgers and beer players of the game are number 2, Viesca with his solid running, and from the defensive back position with 2 interceptions and 1 run back for a touchdown that gave the Spartans the lead and the momentum is Joshua Garcia.
Congratulations to the both guys.
We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Looking for...
Well, Vic and Butch, we want to make sure that we announce the players of the game. Sergio.
No, it was Viesca, number 2.
Nico Viesca. Joshua Garcia.
And Joshua Garcia, number 9.
And I'd like to
There were several players that were equally deserving.
Well, let's talk about them.
Okay, well, you got Jared Martin, who played an outstanding game overall, rushing the passer, wreaking havoc on the line at the line of scrimmage, and just his overall leadership. And sometimes that talent you take for granted because of the expectations. The quarterback, Jimenez, the field general, with some timely passing. But overall, the coaching job by David Rookie Peña, defeating a strong Ramona team that had defeated him the last 2 years and once in the playoffs. And so a matter of redemption here.
Gentlemen, they put up 47 points the last 2 games. They put up 3 today. So
what does that tell you?
Good job by Central.
And they were against
Steel Canyon.
Steel Canyon RBV.
Yeah. So that's going to give them some power rankings there, or step up in the...
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens when this is all said and done. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning us in tonight. Our sponsors, our halftime guests, Mr. Ponce.
Gabriel Ponce, the athletic director.
Gabriel Ponce, the athletic director. Also VSN, Will Torres, our program director. Jose Alejos, our technician in the booth. Mr. Luis Panchito Garcia, our cameraman. Our analyst, Butch Durazo, and of course,
Butch
Durazo. Wait a minute, I'm messing up here, Vic. We're messing. I gotta have
Correct
a script.
him. That's all right.
Okay. Tony Butch Morales.
Hey, I've been called worse. So.
Okay.
Hey, it's an honor to be called Butch the
right? I didn't mean it that way, but that's okay. I miss Butch.
There's too many Butches. Okay. Butch Morales from the class of 94. And, of course, Panchito Garcia, our cameraman. Thank you very much from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night. VSN will be traveling next week. We don't know yet because of the shortage of referees. Games get changed, but we'll let you know on social media. Tonight's final score, 20-3 Central over the visiting Ramona Bulldogs. For Vic Carrillo, Butch Morales, this is John Moreno saying good night on Bulldog Media and VSN.